Welcome back. You're still with us on Startup Street. Ahmedabad-based Volt VC, a micro venture capital firm, announced the launch of its inaugural fund last week. Now, the Volt VC Fund 1 is looking to raise a corpus of 45 crore rupees to invest in around 20 to 25 consumer-centric startups. Joining me now to discuss this further is Param Patel, the general partner at Volt VC. Also with me is my colleague Shruti. Param, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on Startup Street. You know, you've launched your maiden fund, but before we get into the details of the fund, can you take us through your investment theses with this new fund?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for having me. So giving a brief about Volt VC, as you mentioned, it's a consumer-centric fund. We are planning to invest in B2C, D2C, and B2B2C sector startups. Now, amongst it, it's broadly a sector agnostic, but we're not focusing on deep tech or B2B startups per se. It's a pre-seed fund, so we are planning to invest in startups which have just launched, which are fairly new, they are piloted, or maybe they have commercialized. So it's a very early stage, as the ticket size is also pretty low. It's 50 lakhs to 2 crores of investment into these early stage startups.
All right, Param, this is Shruti quickly stepping in. Like you mentioned, the ticket size is from 50 lakh to 2 crore rupees, and you're targeting a corpus of 45 crore rupees with this Fund 1, and you want to support a new generation of entrepreneurs. Tell us, what does this mean? And if you could take us to the kind of startups you're looking into bet on, and across which sectors are you looking at?
So right now, a lot of sectors are super hot. We have seen a lot of good startups, promising startups in wealth tech, prop tech, generative AI, also consumer goods. So we see a lot of startups in this space. Again, with this ticket size, we want to take some bold bets, some bets, which are into the startups which are not quite investable with a bigger ticket. We want to try it out with a smaller ticket. So that's the broad idea with this.
All right, so that's a broad idea with what you're trying to do here. Now, have you already identified a few startups that you're going to invest in? If so, could you give us a few names? And if not, when do you hope to start deployment, right? You mentioned what the ticket size of these investments are at this point, but if you could tell us, like, how many startups are you looking at, and how long?
So this 20 to 25 startups, this will be across 2 to 3 years. That is the commitment period. Over the next couple of months, along with the announcement of the first close, we'll announce 2 startups where we'll be funding. Currently, we are in the advanced evaluation stage of these startups. So that's the idea. So in next 3 to 4 months, we'll make our first 2 investments, and post that in the coming 12 months, we'll make another 7 to 8 additional investments.
All right, so in the next 4 months, we should be hearing of an investment soon, but you've not given us a name. Param,
no, we are keeping it under the wraps as of right now.
All right, Param, since you're investing in the pre-seed stage, like you mentioned, what's the selection criteria? And apart from money, what other kind of support will you be giving to these startups to help them scale?
So we have not set in stone the selection criteria, right? These are super early stage startups, so I want to be flexible while evaluating. Although there are certain criteria where we look at the valuation numbers, what is the amount that the startup looks forward to in terms of investment, whether it's a co-investment opportunity or a lead investment opportunity. So there are certain external factors like those. Now, in terms of the other question, can you please come again?
So apart from money, what I meant was, what are the other things on offer? Yeah.
Yeah. So apart from money, we're focusing on handholding them throughout this journey, because this is at stage 0. We want to reach 1 at the short-term goal and 200 at the long-term goal. So it's strategic support, handholding, access to a wide range of LP networks. We have amazing LPs on board who are coming on board as of right now. These are people who have sold their companies to multinational conglomerates, tech entrepreneurs, people from conventional industries, media industries, different backgrounds. So their support, they'll be opening doors for them, penetration into a broader market. and as well as in terms of branding, legal, and accounting, whatever help the startup needs, we are there. We want to be pretty approachable in terms of the support. That's why we are focusing on a limited number of startups because support is all they need apart from capital. So.
Right. So you're going to give them support across the board, apart from just capital. Now, when will we see you close this fund? And what's the kind of response you're seeing from LPs? What are they saying about Indian startups?
So these LPs are super excited about startups because coming from Ahmedabad, we have seen Gujarat as one of the top states in terms of entrepreneurial bandwidth, in terms of startup ecosystem at the root level. The infra is good. Government is supporting in good numbers in terms of grants, in terms of incubation centers, accelerators. So in the next 4 months, you will see pretty much the announcement of the first close. And that is the time we want to come in with the investments also.
Right, Param, we wish you the very best for the first fund and for the many investments that you're going to make. Thank you so much for joining us on Startup Street today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC TV 18 on all of our digital platforms.